It says in the book that it is 18 feet. And we need 16 feet, and Chris took down the antenna. So I'm going to, oh, there's the board. It's facing the wrong way. Oh. Yeah. The board says about 21 feet. Chris. There's a lot of current in here. Film is going under, but then I got scared. We are getting ready to leave. We have started the engines. We saw that last week, I think last video. So now what I'm doing is I'm going to turn off the shore power. I push that over to make sure the shore power is really off. And then Chris is gonna unplug, so let's go up. And then I'm gonna reel in the cord.
So now the shore power is turned off in the boat. I'll turn it off here at the pedestal. And we use 50 amps, so it's always the breaker with two combined. So we'll unplug this. Okay. And now we'll reel the cord in.
Okay. Let me change hands so I can do it.
You have to do the yellow thing.
Oh, I need to, we tie it up, so I'm gonna undo. Oh, okay. I see it. Okay. Undo the tie. And now I'm going to, we have a switch. It's so easy. We have a switch. And I just, oh, that went one way. And I just push it in. It goes into the hole automatically. Okay. And usually I hold it, but
it's hard to do with film.
Yeah. Okay, that's it.
Okay, so we got one line here that we're going to undo, but we're not going to undo it completely. We'll just bring it around, and then Laura will tie it right there on the cleat. And that way we can pull the line from the boat off the cleat as we leave.
I don't think I'm getting it. Okay.
And I'll throw this in the dinghy so it doesn't get caught in the motor.
Okay. All the ropes in the
Next thing we're going to do is get some slack because we got to bring the ladder in.
Okay.
Ready?
Okay. It's detaching the ladder from the boat. It has pins on either side so it lays flat. Then I go back down to the back and I bring the ladder on board.
This isn't heavy, but it's kind of bulky. Okay, so now we're going to get rid of this line.
Right. I think it'll reach.
Seasick. Loop it.
On this one?
Just coming off in a second.
Okay. So this one's singled up.
Okay, so all but 2 lines are off.
He is securing the ladder to the back of the boat. That was our biggest concern about keeping this ladder, that we didn't know where we would store it while we were underway. He just ties it to the rail there.
And I put the ropes behind the ladder so it's not on the boat. And we have this floor mat up against and down. It's getting there. We found out quickly you want to make sure the wheels are pointed out. But now it's secure. Nothing's going anywhere. Now we're going to come up and do what we did last week and make sure we have a good course in the computer. It's through downloading. We do all that while it's downloading. And okay, we're on the dock. And the wind is kind of blowing us away, so we're probably going to do the lines and we'll probably just drift off the dock. But the plan is that when you're up against the dock with the boat, okay, you don't want to just turn away and then have the dinghy rub against the dock. So we want to get the back away, the front away, and pull out. Okay? So when I'm going to undo the back, push off a little bit, and then I'm going to come up here and give it a little bit of reverse. But we won't be able to go in reverse because your rope is still attached. Okay. So here's the dock and here's the boat. This rope is still attached. So when I try to go back, it'll just swing out from the dock like this, pulling on this rope. Okay. And then you'll let go of your rope, and then we'll just pull out and we'll turn around and go back up river. And now we have no danger of hitting the dinghy on the dock. Okay.
We have pulled away from the dock, and I have the camera again. I probably should have filmed us going away because it was picture perfect when we got off that dock, but I didn't have the camera, so.
Okay, this is Wednesday, March 1st. We left Three Rivers.
Rivers Edge
Marina. And we're back on the Intercoastal, right in front of the Historic District. And we're fixing to go under the Bridge of Lions, which is right in front of the fort there in San Augustine.
Chris. There's a lot of current in here.
Well, we almost got in trouble here. The front of the boat got caught in the current, and we sort of kind of spun sideways. And you can see us being a little bit crooked under the bridge, and I had to try to correct pretty quickly. I was steering hard to the opposite direction, and I was cutting power on the port side to try to get through there. Wow.
A lot of current. Holy cow. I was going to film us going under, but then I got scared. When we left St. Augustine, we headed north and decided not to go to Jacksonville. So we went to the Sisters Creek Landing, which is this free dock that is part of the Jacksonville park system, I believe. There's no electricity here, but there was water, and there was a pump out as well. We met up with our friends that we met at Rivers Edge Marina. It was no agenda and tumbleweeds and long gone too. And they were already there, and they caught our lines for us, which was great. We had docktails that night, and everyone left the next morning. We were the last ones, I believe, to leave. We helped everybody push off, and we were able, and so we were the last ones to leave as we all headed towards Amelia Island.
And we also got a lot of good information because they've been on the loop for a while. So they really answered a lot of questions for us, which was great because you can't find information always in the book. It's good to just sit down with people who have experience on the loop and pick their brain, as well as chit chat and have fun and learn about their families and their life. We had a great time there.
We had a really good time. It is so pretty up here, out here. We're at the last of Florida. So we arrived in Florida probably the week before Thanksgiving. And we are at March 2nd, and we are leaving Florida. We had a wonderful time. The weather has just been glorious here in Florida. I can see why people winter down here. Absolutely. We've met wonderful people. Stayed at some beautiful anchorages. Had fun at marinas. And we're having a gorgeous day. Fernandina, or Amelia Island, is right at the border of Georgia. So when we leave there, we will be headed into Georgia. We started in Houston. It's been 4 months now. I cannot believe we've been doing this for 4 months. But we've been out for 4 months now. Been traveling on the boat for 4 months. We had a great time. Someone told me yesterday that, or maybe a couple days ago, may have been Joel, told me that the landscape here is just like it is all the way to through Georgia. So we've got the same landscape for a while now, but it's pretty in its own way. It's pretty landscape. So we're on the Intercoastal and we're headed to Amelia Island. There's Amelia Island here. There's the bridge that crosses over to Amelia Island, and just past the bridge is the Atlantic. So this is the inlet, one of the inlets into the Atlantic. So glad that it's a calm day. We are not having any issues. There's no fetch, there's very light wind, so we're not having any kind of rough seas for this, so I'm very glad. It's not it's not very far. There's the end of it over there, but I can imagine this could get really rough in here. It's close to the ocean. I can see the ocean from here. We are in Fernandina Marina, and we got here yesterday knowing that there was going to be a lot of wind today. Oh my gosh, this is unbelievable. One of our friends down the dock, he came down and said that he has a wind meter and it topped out at 51 miles an hour. Jeez. It is in pretty close to this boat in front of us, but we have like 8, maybe not. We have 6 or 7 lines on the boat, so we are secure.
Well, the wind got picked up even later, and it turned out that we had gust up to 70 miles an hour, and the fetch out there in the bay there in front of the marina was, you could just see, it was like these big waves pouring in. Boats were getting rocked. We were secure, but it was a mess.
I was so glad we were in the marina.
And we're gonna head down the dock. Last night there was another boat, the sister boat of Miracle, down here, but I think they're moved on. Don't see them. Maybe they're up there. We never got to talk to the people who were on it. This is a very nice marina. It has one gigantic disadvantage, that the bathrooms are half a mile away, literally. You have to walk all the way down here, turn, go all the way up, and then come back.
We're on the end of the pier, though.
Yeah, we're on the last spot. But it is a very nice pier, and we did good because the winds blew as hard as we've seen it blow on the boat, and we were protected. We were just tied up at the dock, but it blew close to 70 miles an hour, I guarantee you, in gusts.
Morning.
Morning. And there's the people. Miracle sister ship. We spent the day going over to Fort Clinch, which is the Civil War fort there on Amelia Island, and which was much bigger than I thought it was going to be. It's out in a big field near the beach, so it's part of a park, state park, with a beach and camping and everything. But it was a big fort. You know, here's the drawbridge, just like the St. Augustine fort had. And the fort, after talking to the people there, it was never finished. It went through many hands and was activated for several different wars and things, but it was never really finished. They had some bunkhouses, and that was the NCO's office quarters over there, and that was the armory over there, and this building right here that you're looking at to the right is the guard station bedroom where they slept when they were on guard duty. And they had, I like all these forts with all the old knickknacks sitting around. It was nice. We went up to the top where all the cannons were.
I thought the cannons were very interesting. They were on like a rail. Is that what you would call it? And they could be.
It's a semicircle, and they could twist them to different degrees, and they had the degrees marked on them. It was pretty cool. Then we went downtown. I think this was Saturday afternoon, and they had a big car show on Amelia Island this week, and at the Ritz-Carlton, it was Porsche and Lamborghinis and McLarens, and they said that Jay Leno was there with a bunch of cars. But they took over sort of the downtown area right by the marina, which was full of shops and ice cream places and t-shirt shops and clothing stores and art galleries and restaurants, which we ate a lot of. And we could wander around and look at these cars. Some of them from Europe, with their drivers with the steering wheel on the wrong side, and
I found it very interesting. I liked looking at these cars.
Yeah, they were pretty cool. And the whole again, this little town is very quaint with the whole downtown, and literally across the street from the marina were 5 different restaurants and bars, and apparently they have all kinds of attractions there. Spring break and the car show and different things. So all these little towns are always trying to draw tourists in, and when they do draw them in, they give them a good show, and they have a great environment. The reason this video was late was because we went out Sunday night with everybody and had dinner, and we're out all late all night.
So join us next week as we head north into Georgia and beyond. And if you haven't already, please subscribe so you can make sure you see all of our videos.